What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak your mind, sports talk. All right, man. Talk about my boy Canelo Alvarez. Tell you what, man. I tell you what. See, here's the thing with Canelo, at least the way I see it. Let me put this link in the chat too. Canelo, when he was with Oscar De La Hoya, signed under Golden Boy, signed contract through Golden Boy with the Zone. Sometimes you gotta walk, talk, and move the way they want you to walk, talk, and move. But when you free yourself from those shackles and you get out there and you're doing your own thing, you really your own boss. No longer do you have to bite your tongue or remain shackled. See? And what I think is going on with Canelo, and he's been more vocal recently about a lot of things, and I like it. I would tell you right now, I like it because he's been letting a lot of things slide too. When he was with Oscar, a lot of people was always down in Canelo, even until now, they still down in Canelo. He ain't fought nobody, anything. This Demetrius, Andrade breaking into his press conference. Canelo had enough. That's what's going on. Canelo's had enough of this nonsense, man. And he being more vocal. So this is what Canelo said. Canelo said, to hell with GGG. I don't want to fight no damn GGG. I told y'all I don't want to fight GGG. I'd rather fight Jermall tune-up Charlo before I fight GGG. So all of you GGG lovers, forget about it. That fight ain't happening. Remy 22 in the building. What's good? Saludos D in chat. No more Oscar to sabotage Canelo's career, and Spence Jr. is a basic ass whooper. Yeah, Spence does do the ass whooping, Remy. I must agree. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Remy. He's not shackled. He's not shackled anymore by Oscar De La Hoya and shackled by which fights the Zone want to approve. The reality is you can't fight everyone. Can't fight everybody out there, and you damn sure can't please everyone. So there's always going to be complaints. That's for sure. Chain with Ice in the building. What's good? What's good with you, brother? Ralph from Real. What's good, Ralph? Who else? We got Sergeant in the building. Samuel Wild. Shaw. What's good, Samuel Wild? Chin Smoke. What's good? Sergeant said GGG fans are lucky Canelo didn't KO GGG. I mean, that's another thing too, Sergeant. Like, what's the point of a Canelo GGG fight at this point and at this juncture anyway? I mean, let's be honest. The fight, I was talking yesterday about suspense. Suspense in the fight, intrigue. A fight that either guy can win. At this point, GGG not beating Canelo, man. He's not even going to beat him. I mean, let's be honest, bro. He didn't even he beat Ceremeta, but that ain't the guy that I saw in there with Ceremeta. That's not the guy that's going to beat Canelo. Hell, man. Canelo is talking about if Plant and the PBC screw around with this fight, he's talking about taking on Artur. Now, I know GGG lovers out here want to believe that, he's the best heavyweight ever. You got these clowns out here like Fight Fan Precise putting him over Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns. And he's got all this magnificent power, but let's be honest. The dude's not hitting like Artur Benavidez. And if Canelo and Reynoso are talking about if Plant doesn't work out, they're looking at Artur Benavidez. Who the hell cares about a Gennady Golovkin? it's not nowhere near as dangerous of a fight as with an Artur Benavidez. What would Artur Benavidez do to Gennady Golovkin? He would knock him slam out, bro. Knock him slam out. No doubt in my mind. He stops GGG. So, it's not as if Canelo, like, he has no reason to duck. Let's put it that way. Because, of course, we're going to hear these ducking narratives. Canelo ducking GGG. You're going to hear that from GGG fans for sure. But, man, please. There's no duck involved. There's no need. The Canelo just don't want to waste time. He knows he'll beat GGG. Heck, most of GGG fans know that he'll beat GG in this next fight. As much heat as I give Deontay Wilder got more chance of beating Tyson Fury than GGG has of beating Canelo in the third fight, in my opinion. It ain't going to happen, bro. He didn't even look that great. He beat Serra-Menta in dominant fashion, but it was Serra-Menta, so I think he should have beat him even more impressively. But let's go to a fight before that with Sergey Derevryanchenko. He didn't look so hot in that fight with Sergey Derevryanchenko. So this is like, it's no point in this fight, really, bro. There's no point in the GGG Canelo fight. And he said he would rather fight Charlo. No, that's a fight that I wouldn't mind seeing. Of course, Charlo would have to come to 168 because Canelo's not going back down to 168, which is something else that he and Reynoso talked about. If they don't get the Plant fight, it ain't no going back down to 160. It's, maybe they search out Artur Benavidez, could fight Benavidez, but one thing for sure, two things for certain. He's not going back down to 160. So if Jermall Charlo wants to do something with himself, and he's been talking lately too, like, he's been talking about GGG and Demetrius Andrade, which the Demetrius Andrade situation is ridiculous to me because you had to fight, no way they probably put up $10 million for him now, but you had that fight. Well, whatever. Charlo's talking as if he wants to do something now. And if he does want to do something, then going up and fighting Canelo is nothing more to do than that. That's the biggest fight there is. But he would have to step up and fight Canelo Alvarez. And that be if Plant not worked out. Now, I will say this. If Plant doesn't work out, we got to think. Jermall Charlo's PBC too. So if Plant doesn't work out, like, what's the odds of that fight happening? It's still a PBC, and if they can make that fight with Jermall Charlo, then logically it really shouldn't be any problem making a fight with if they can make the fight with David Benavidez, then it shouldn't be any problem making a fight with Jermall Charlo, right? And if they don't make the fight with Jermall Charlo, then you can't make the fight with David Benavidez. If you can make the fight with either one of those guys, it's PBC. So why not just fight Caleb Plant? So if Caleb Plant falls apart, there's a good chance we don't see David Benavidez or Jermall Charlo, which is probably why they're talking about Artur Benavidez, because Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez are both PBC. So if they can't make the deal happen with Plant, can you blame Canelo and Reynoso for wanting to mess around with the PBC again? Because both of those guys are their fighters as well. However it goes, it ain't gonna be GGG. Oh, did I put the link in the chat? I'm not sure. Let me see. All right, yeah, I put it in there. Chain says Samuel, Remy, Ralph say salute to all. King Cairo in the building. What's popping? What's good with you? Eho Park, what's good, Eho? What's good? Chain with ice. He said, I've been good. Just been doing a lot of work on, getting that work in, Shay. Ain't nothing wrong with that, fam. Get that work in, fam. King Cairo said GGG is still boxing in 2021. Yeah. Yeah, he is still boxing. Exactly what the hell is he doing is the question. Yeah, but you know, GGG is supposed to be seeking a fight with Ryota Murata. So, not a bad shout there. Ryota Murata. Not a bad shot for GGG, especially at this juncture. I think he can beat him. He should be able to beat Murata. You know, I will put Murata on the level of the Reverend Chinko. So, you know, I wouldn't say it's a walkover fight. I would pick GGG to win this fight, but GGG's getting a little older, man. You know, ain't no spring chicken anymore. So, pretty interesting fight. But if he doesn't fight him, like, where does he go? You know, I think Jaime Munguia is another decent fight for GGG too. I think quite dangerous. And I know that people are, oh, GGG, Jaime Munguia got a lot to go and all of this. Man, I'm not trying to hear that. Jaime Munguia is tough as nails. He can box. No, he's not the best boxer. He can box. He's tough as nails. But those body shots that the Reverend Chinko was landing on GGG gave him problems. Jaime Munguia is good to the body, man. He's really good to the body. So, yeah, GGG got some options. But the zone want the big money ticket, you know. And that fight with Canelo will be huge money. But damn, the zone and Canelo. And the zone, they still going to work with Canelo, you know. Regardless, he doesn't see before they was pressuring him, trying to press him, keep his back and, you know, back him into a corner to fight GGG. Well, they can't do that now. And they're not going to pass up on the money. So all the cards are in Canelo's hands now. Daniel Jacobs is looking for Joe Smith Jr. fight. Yeah, or Charlo. He's been calling out Charlo too, Remy. Daniel Jacobs trying to get all of his. I kind of like the way Jacobs is moving. He's trying to get it all done. He know his days are numbered. Daniel Jacobs understands he don't have so much time left, man. He understands that. He's trying to get it done. So Joe Smith Jr., Jermall, Charlo, doesn't matter. He's trying to get it done. I like that fight. I think Joe Smith Jr. beats Jacobs, though. Jacobs had a really tough fight with Gabe Rosado. But Gabe Rosado showed off. He stopped Bektemir Melikuziev the other weekend. Maybe that gives a little bit more validity to Jacobs having a bit of a struggle with him. You know, he was staying away from that hand. Gabe showed a little power by stopping Bektemir. That's not in stone. It's not set in stone yet, Ralph. So neither is Jacobs. Jacobs, he just said Jacobs is looking for Joe Smith. He didn't say it's a fight or anything, but even the Artur Benavidez and Joe Smith fight ain't set in stone, not as far as I know anyway. GGG is garbage. No, he's not. Cut it out, Chin. It's still happening. Oh, they are fighting? I don't know, man. I'm off. Been gone too long. One thing for sure, two things for certain. He not fighting David Benavidez. No, well, that's my thing, Iceman. I don't look. Canelo had no problem with fighting Benavidez. I hope that's not where you're going with it. But my thing is Benavidez and Charlo are PBC fighters. So if they cannot make the Caleb Plant fight work, it's probably a long shot that they make one of those fights. Those fights are huge too. They're big money fights. But if you're going to throw a big money fight and it's going to be across, you know, you're going to be working with Canelo and the PBC, then it might as well be for all four of the belts. It'd kind of be a tainted relationship too. Like, you could imagine he would be ticked off, not going to want to fight or mess around with the PBC, and deny him the opportunity of 4-belt undisputed. So Benavidez and Charlo probably won't be in the picture. They could be a fight that would be in the picture after the Plant fight. But let's get this Plant business out the way first. So if the PBC doesn't play ball and work well with the Plant situation, I can't even see Canelo dealing with them at all. Somewhere down the line, he'll come back around, maybe take the Spence fight or something. But Allen, those guys, if David Benavidez or Jermall Charlo, either one of those guys want to have a chance, then I would say Al better play ball with this Caleb Plant fight. Or he's pretty much cutting David Benavidez and Charlo out of a Canelo fight as well, because Canelo's got options all around the board. Options everywhere. You know, he's got Plant, Benavidez, Artur, Charlo, Demetrius, Andrade, Dimitri Bivol, Gilberto Ramirez wants a piece of him. Canelo's got options all around the board. You know, he doesn't have to subside to what the PBC wants. King Cairo says Charlo don't want to fight any A fighters. He's content beating up C fighters. I tend to believe that. I have no problem with that statement, you know. Jermall Charlo. Let's make sure we get it right. You know, we are talking about Jermall Charlo here. You know, not King Charlo. We're not talking about Jermall. Jermall Charlo want to fight. He want all the smoke. After he beat up Tony Harrison, Jermall called out Lara, J-Rock, Jared Hurd, Rosario. He said he'd fight them all. Castano. Jermall called him all. So Jermall wants all the smoke. So let's make sure we say Jermall. I don't even want to say Charlo because let's say Jermall. All you got to do is say Jermall. Everybody know who you're talking about. You didn't actually have to say, you know, you don't have to say, there ain't no Jermall.
What up, man?
What's up? What's up, Roland?
What up, dude? What up, though? Nah, man, you want to hop on and say what's up, man? It's been a while. Straight up, you know, so.
Well,
boxing
fans, what's good with you? I
want to say what's
Glonzo in the building. What's good, Glonzo? He said Johnny Pig, Skip Bell was arrested again, going to prison. Glonzo, I don't care, bro. The next time you come over here talking about Johnny Boy, I'm gonna boot you, dog. I don't care. Leave Johnny Boy alone, bro. Why you? If not just you, I don't even remember. But y'all coming over here bothering Johnny. Fuck all that Johnny Boy shit, bro. That's the old news. And you got me cursing and everything. Boss,
I had a dream about that motherfucker, man. She was crazy. I'm just saying though. Now that they talk about you got brought up Johnny Boy. I don't
want to talk about him.
I'm just saying. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what's going on with the dude because I left him alone because of
I don't want to. Sure. I don't know.
I'm still a good dude. I hope people are okay. That's all I'm saying. But look, my question was about this though. Man, I had a question about what the fuck, what the heck happened with that Plant Canelo fight, man? Like I really didn't hear shit about that.
Nothing's happened with it now. They're still in negotiations, trying to make everything work out. I would assume that the PBC is trying to lock Canelo into a more than one fight deal. I don't think they just want to give him Plant and let him roll. So it's going to be more than one fight, but they're still in negotiations. Just Eddie Reynoso and Canelo was talking about potentially fighting Artur Benavidez if the Caleb Plant fight doesn't work out.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I kind of heard about that one though. But so I mean, okay. So it wasn't no money thing, no nothing. It was they just.
No. They still negotiating. It's just they were giving like some future names, and everybody knew that it was volatile situation with Caleb Plant being last to clear a 4-belt undisputed. Everybody knew that this is up in the air because you have to deal with the PBC now. And the PBC don't play ball well with each other. So they basically Canelo has options all around the table. So they're basically just giving out some options, ways that they may go if the PBC doesn't play ball. The thing that I was explaining about Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, although there are also two options, people would love to see Canelo fight either of those guys. If they don't make the Plant fight work, then what's to say they would make those fights work?
Because those fights would be bigger.
Right, it's PBC though. You know, and I wouldn't necessarily say that they would be bigger rolling because with Plant it's for 4-belt undisputed.
Yeah, no, I get that. But you know what? I've always been that dude that was like, I don't really believe too much in the belts, which that shit raw. To unify and do all that, you know, the undisputed. Right. It's great. You know, but I just feel like right now there's just so much energy buzzing around Charlo. And then the better be able to just jump up because, you know, it'd be another weight class. So right there, I'm not gonna lie. I think Caleb Plant will probably be like the third fight I want to see out of those three, man. I probably want to see it be tough because I want it to be between Jermall and Artur, man. Artur. It'd be between those two. I'd see even over the undisputed. I'd be like, man, push that undisputed back. We'll catch that shit next year. You know what I mean? Seriously, like if we can see Jermall and 175er, yeah, that should be sick. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's so hard. It's just so hard to capture all the belts in this atmosphere. For sure. If you're in line to get it done, then go ahead and get it done. Like Josh just got it done. Jermall Charlo's getting ready to get it done. If you're able to get it done, get it done. Look at Teofimo. You know, he tried to get it done, but still he's non-disputed because you got Devin Haney hanging on to that belt. So, like I say Benavidez and Canelo excites me more than Plant Canelo.
Right.
Charlo Canelo excites me more than Plant Canelo. Artur better be Dimitri Bivol versus Canelo. Those fights excite me more than Canelo. But 4-belt undisputed excites me as well. So, you know, it's even kill for me.
Yeah, and Plant's really good too, though, man. So I mean, he is really good. Don't get me wrong. Plant has skills, man. Like, see now he's a good counter puncher. He steps back and punches like beautifully and shit. Like, no, trust me, Plant's very skillful. But like you said, man, the other ones are just those give me hype. Those really give me hype, man. It's like I'll say here just. Like that, I literally, man, before I was watching a boxing match, was jumping so goddamn hype because I was buzzing too, and I hit my head in the ceiling fan, man. So those motherfuckers would I say ceiling fan action right there, straight up. So Jermall, Charlo, man, Jermall.
That's what I'm talking about, Remy. He said, I know Davis is looking for all the smoke. Artur better be versus Joe Smith isn't set like you said. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hey, my man Mills in the building. What's good with you, Mills? MMA Locker Room. Y'all can catch my man on Twitter. You want to make some money on the MMA fights, bet your lunch money. Go check out my man Mills. If Mills fire, always hitting. Anytime I follow his picks, I always make some money. What's up, Mills? Appreciate you. He said, I miss Prince and I seen he was something to watch. Man, his ring entrances was as exciting as his in the ring antics. I mean, Prince and I seen it. He was a beast too. Jermall is the Lion King. Damn right, bro. That is the king. Jermall Charlo. I was talking about him earlier. Jermall still ducked Laura. Man, I don't care. Jermall ducked everybody. Ducked Canelo. He ducked Demetrius, Andrade. He ducked Landy Laura. To hell with Jermall Charlo. Those
I
two.
don't think Jermall was just ready though, man. Yeah, I don't think he was ducking no one, man. Because I think Jermall thinks he knows he has the skills for sure. So I never looked at him as ducking anybody. Seriously, I was just like Canelo. And people say Canelo's ducking Triple G. I didn't think that either, man. You know, I was like, nah, man. They just know that they need a couple more big fights. You know what I mean?
GGG though, Roland. He fought him twice. I said the difference with Canelo and Jermall is Canelo fought GGG twice. Jermall ain't fighting none of these guys. He didn't fight Laura. Didn't fight Andre. That
might not be his fault, though, man. That might not be his fault at all, though. That might be like his matchmaker.
It don't matter. No, it's the PBC.
It's right. They don't got it ready. You know what I'm saying?
But still, he's still ducked the
fight.
He still ducked the fight. I ain't saying he afraid of those guys, but he ducked the fight. Right. He damn sure ducked the fight, though.
Yeah.
Gabe Lopez said, "Yo, D, you remind me of Bernardo Osuna from ESPN when be saying Spanish name." Oh, yeah. Hey, man, I'm listen, Gabe. I'm far behind, bro. I didn't learn when I was younger. I was American born. I never even visited Puerto Rico. So, yeah, my accent is definitely there, fam. Definitely there. Salute, DJ. Salute to you, Bruce. What's up? Shadow Boxing. What's good with your DF in the building? What did he say? I think he was talking about Reynoso when I said that. I don't know. Bruce goes. Plant Charlo Benavidez is something Canelo can do. But why get tied up again? Yeah, if he don't get Plant, like why bother? I wouldn't even bother with the PBC, and that's what I'm saying. Al Heyman and them, they will screw Jose Benavidez and Caleb Plant out of a Canelo fight. If they don't, I'm sorry, Jose Benavidez or Jermall Charlo, they'll screw them out of a Canelo fight if they don't play ball right with Plant. Because just like Remy just said, Canelo get to the well, I'm not gonna bother with you. I don't need none of your fighters. Your fighters need Canelo fight. Canelo don't need those guys. So if they screw around and not play ball the right way with the Caleb Plant fight, why bother? F Benavidez and Caleb Plant. Your network don't know how to do business right. Tell them to learn how to do business right. Maybe y'all can get a fight that y'all need.
I see what you're saying. I mean, not to interrupt, but I see what you're saying now as far as like Jermall might be looked in the long run if this shit don't happen as like he dubbed him. And that won't even be his fault. Like I said again, I don't think it's his fault, but whatever. What the fuck ever. But so yeah, because Canelo was probably like you said, he don't need him. He kind of don't need anybody, especially like better be. Look, yeah. So yeah, I see what you're saying though, man. But like I said, I just feel like Jermall's getting ready. He'll be ready in about. He says he wants to fight Canelo in the next fight. I've always like kind of like Jermall been kind of Canelo for like a couple years now, but I don't think he's never really been ready a couple years ago. So I've always known better. Like nah, he needs a couple fights, and he said in a couple videos, I need a couple fights. I think Jermall Charlo needs like one more big fight, and he'll feel truly ready for Canelo. That'd be a huge fight, and I think Canelo's ass. So he's gonna want to take it so badly because. It's gonna be so much buzz generating about it, like there is now. There's already a lot of buzz generating about it. So, like, imagine like if Jermall beats another big name, it's over. So Canelo's gonna feel like
Sergeant, no way, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
No way.
I think he will. Canelo's gonna want to fight him.
Rolling.
He's a warrior. You know what I'm saying?
Not you. I was talking to Sergeant.
My bad.
Jermall knows Lara will still whoop him, bro. Did you see? Forget about that fight that he just had with Thomas Lamana, because that fight he had with Thomas Lamana was coming up in 54. He wasn't that great anyway. But the fight he had before that, 2020, he fought back in 2020, August, September, somewhere around there. He fought the dude Greg Vendetti. Probably went to a full fight with the dude Vendetti, and that's a low-level fighter. So I don't want to hear all of this nonsense about Lara still whoop Charlo. I actually don't think so. I think Charlo's too big and
Charlo's going up, man. Charlo's upgrading right
now. Lara just fought one fight at 160, which was Thomas Lamana, but Lamana just came up from 54. So really, he didn't even really fight a legitimate 160 pounder. You talk about him beating Jermall's ready for 168, bro. He crushed Lara. Lara's too old right now. I ain't no Jermall fan, but I ain't gonna hate on him like that.
I support the brothers, man, because I feel like they've always got unfair criticism and shit.
I support the brother. I support the brother, Jermall. I don't support Jermall.
I like the brothers, man. I like them both, man. I like them both.
Tweaking margarita.
That's funny shit. Yeah, man. I don't know. He's crazy. I feel like it's going to have to happen, though. It really is. It's going to have to happen, man. It's already, a lot of boxing channels will say that, like, the post is taken by like whatever's more popular right now. The thing, YouTube, what like goes around YouTube and shit like that. That is like, man, that causes like a lot of buzz and shit. Like people talking about things, and they're definitely talking. Man, Jermall Charlo versus Canelo is gonna be it's gonna be huge in about a year and a half. That shit's gonna be big, man.
Yeah, and shadow boxing Canelo versus. You could take Benavidez's name out of there. You just take his name right out of there. If you don't get Plant, you ain't getting Benavidez or Charlo. Kill that noise.
That's another big one. Benavidez.
30-minute ring walks with something to see.
Benavidez is crazy.
Yeah, Prince out there. He had the amazing ring walks. That's for sure. Gabe Lopez says the PBC are always difficult when it comes to making fights. They like to keep fights in house. No. The PBC are always difficult when it comes to making marquee fights. It's the marquee fights that they have the problem. They make a lot of fights, cross-promotional fights, when the fighters are not important or they're not holding a strap. They do those fights really easy. Look how easily they sent Andy Ruiz over to fight freaking Anthony Joshua. Sent him over, no problem. So it's the marquee fights, Gabe Lopez. When you got the marquee fight that's a big fight, like Terrence Crawford Arrows, that's when it becomes an issue. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, that's when it becomes an issue. But when it's just a regular fight, no, they're no problem, which is why the PBC shows how full of it they are. Because if you can easily negotiate and transition the business through a regular fight, then you can do it for a marquee fight. You're just trying to be difficult, and they play every point of politics they can when it comes to these situations, and they always want all of the favor in their corner. And if it's not that way, a lot of times we don't get the fight. But there's nobody gonna keep bending and leaning for the PBC. Hey, everybody over there is not Floyd Mayweather. You know, PBC has this whole A-side stigma where they feel like all of their fighters are A-side no matter what. Look at the silly arguments. Always Tank was A-side over Spence, A-side over freaking Bud Crawford. Joshua sitting there holding 3 belts. Wilder still feel like he 50-50 because he just, this the ego of these guys over at the PBC. And then, you know, probably the guys in their ear that's telling them, you know, like they told Wilder, bet on yourself. You're worth this, that, and the third. He won't worth none of that, man. So that's a lot of the issue there, bro. That's a lot of the issues. They overvalue themselves. When it comes to these marquee fights, they put too much value into these PBC fighters, or at least their teams and themselves. And why we don't get a lot of these fights to be made. Remy said, "Has anyone seen ESPN and Espanol interviewing Tank Davis?" I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one.
Man, Tank ain't getting no love for his victory versus Mario Barrios. That's crazy.
Charlo's older than Canelo, but Canelo's been fighting since he was 15 years old at the pro, so it's different. He's older than Canelo, but Canelo has a longer, more illustrious professional career. Canelo has more experience than Charlo in the professional boxing world. He's fought much level higher competition, so the 1 year age gap really don't mean anything. Shadow boxer. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. Manny had more experience than Floyd. He's younger than Floyd. Floyd's older than him. Manny fought 70-something fights. Floyd only fought 51, 50 fights. So it doesn't always work that way. Just because a guy's older doesn't necessarily.
Although Floyd lost that fight, though. I mean, my opinion, humbly. I think Floyd lost it by 1 round, man. I just seen that motherfucker again like 2-3 times. And then, you know what blew my mind though? I swear, 2 days ago, I'm sitting here cleaning, not doing shit, and then De La Hoya versus Floyd pops on. Man, I didn't even want to see it because I'm like, man, because I initially thought he got dominated too, kind of, man. But I don't know why though, because I don't remember really watching the fight. I mean, I was there, but I didn't really watch it because we're all fucked up. And it's like, right, just and I was watching it with my boys that were Floyd Mayweather fans and shit, But I mean, talking about. They're all mainly Mexican shit, but they just, we're from around where Floyd was born, granted. So, like everybody around here go for Floyd. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? I mean, I didn't care and shit, but so yeah, I thought the same thing. I looked at man, that's my warrior, that's my greatest. But I was like, whatever, man. But man, I just seen it again for the second time, like really watching it though. Man, De La Hoya won that fight by like 2 rounds at least, man. That shit was crazy, dog. I swear and everything I love. Yeah. No bullshit. No, that's why the asshole Leonard B and shit, like Leonard B. That's a Leonard B. That's a good one too, Leonard B. I like Leonard B. Leonard B's cool. So that's what when they asked Leonard B and shit about the rematch, he got so serious, man. It was just like, never, chance in hell. Next question, please. So no, but that's kind of what he gave off, dog. That shit was crazy.
Uncle Pete in the building. What's good, Uncle Pete?
Yeah, like 2 rounds.
Remy says Jose Benavidez Jr. is fighting soon as a code name for David. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Jose Benavidez can beat a lot of guys at 147.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He had a bad knee in that fight with Crawford.
That was still good. Nah, that's a good win right
And
there.
then he hadn't fought in a very long time, and he still took Crawford to the 12th round. Jose Benavidez is a really good boxer. I think he give a lot of guys problems, and also I think that he'll come in and upset some guys. I wonder who they going to match. Who is he fighting, Remy? Because I didn't even read that. I didn't even know that he was fighting on the undercard. Jermall Charlo went the distance with contender Brandon Adams, who stopped the cap G. Jeffrey Jacob. Lara would still be a good fight. It's no cap. Hold on for a second. It's no cap, Samuel, you idiot. Go back up and read the comment. He says Lara will whoop Charlo. And I said, I ain't gonna say he'll whoop Charlo.
Right.
That's it. How hold on, Roland. How is that cap, Samuel? Tell me how that's cap. The comments say he will whoop Charlo. Now, you're saying it will still be a good fight for him. Now, if it will still be a good fight for him, then you don't even agree with the comment. So it ain't no cap. Now, can it, Samuel Shaw? Can it? I'll come in.
I think he might have been talking about me, though, man.
No, he was talking about me. He said Jeffries. He said Jeffries, Lil Drake, G Jeffries. That's me. That ain't you. He just
because earlier I was like,
always trying to argue with me. That's all that is, Roland. He don't got nothing else better to do with his time than disagree with what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Totally I was going back and forth with YouTube. Oh yeah, I try to stay off of Twitter, man. At least the arguments on Twitter. Don't be mad because they're keeping Tank in house. Who's mad? I don't even care what they do with Tank anymore, Uncle Pete. I'm just not blaming Tank anymore for it. It's sort of like Roland was saying with Jermall Charlo. We know that it's the handlers behind them. I know that it's Floyd and Ellaby doing all of this nonsense with Tank. Tank was ready to fight Ryan Garcia. He would have fought him. He even put up like a few interviews. He's like, I hope Floyd and Ellaby make this work. So I'm not going to keep trashing Tank. But Floyd and Ellaby not going to take him nowhere. They're not going to take him nowhere, bro.
But I will say, though, that fight against old Mario Azteca Barrios was a good fight, though, man. Like, that was a good win. Because a lot of people had him losing.
Yeah, I can't take credit.
Man, that was a good ass fight, man. Like a lot of people had him losing. You know, that further had Tank losing the fight and shit before he got stopped, before Mario got stopped.
Man, a lot of people had Tank losing that fight before he stepped in the ring, and they wanted to see Barrios gave Tank some difficulties, so I already knew you was gonna have robbery. But Tank had Barrios missing shots. Tank was landing the more effective shots. Tank was landing more shots. Barrios was throwing a lot, but he wasn't hitting. Yeah. Tank was taking a lot of those shots off and dipping with his head. So, of course, you got to feel like he was up on the scorecards. And it doesn't help that the commentators had him up on the scorecards, but you can't trust those cards as far as you can throw.
It's a network commentators. Nah, not at all. Yeah, but I think I mean, man, it was still a real good win, though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Marius is big, you know what I mean, for sure and shit. So he's a little slower, but I mean, he has a lot of power, man, a lot of pop and shit. Yeah, he was undefeated. Like, now you can see, you can just tell and shit, man, the way he was moving. That motherfucker had skills, man. It's fair, like Mario has some skills. So Tank doesn't get credit for this win, man. I think people are hating for sure. Because I'm saying, like, I kind of
he didn't get credit from some people, but that's just haters. Yeah. People not going to give Tank credit. Look at all of the stuff Canelo doing, and they don't give him credit. So you know if they hate the guy, they ain't going to give him credit, especially for no Barrios fight. Gabe Lopez says yes, but they need to know that the marquee fights are the fights that make the most money. So why not? Yeah, they do know that, but also the belts, holding those belts turns guys into stars, Gabe. So they want to hold on to those belts and, you know, floss those belts around to add stock to their guys. So you're right about that, but they still need to hold on to their belts and make these guys, you know, walk around as champions. So it's a two-edged sword with that. But they know that the marquee fights bring the money. But it's a marquee fighter versus a marquee fighter. The PBC idea is they have a marquee fighter with a title. Why risk giving it up? You know, the old must not go, and them losing that belts, that means everything over there. You know what I mean? IBT in the building. What's good with you? What's good? P said, I like this guy. Yeah. Bruce goes, salute. Everybody saluting. But one thing for sure, man, it's definitely at this point, it ain't gonna be GGG. Canelo's going to be fighting either Artur Benavidez, Caleb Plant, Gilberto Ramirez, somebody else. Because if they don't make Caleb Plant work, two people ain't getting the fight for sure. GGG and Jermall Charlo. And GGG, the way Canelo sounding, he's not even at the bottom of the totem pole. Canelo said,
"Hey, hold up. So, before I lose the thought on that one, though, real quick. But what if GGG fights Murata and looks really good? Then it just popped in my head because you say you're like, I don't think the fight's gonna ever happen. I'm like, man, but if he looks good against Murata, it's gonna want to happen. It's gonna happen. People are gonna be calling for it, and I think Canelo thinks he's way better now. I think he'll put him in the schedule, man, to fight that too. But I mean, I'd like to see it, man. I love Triple G, man. That's my dude. He's my dude, man. He did a lot of shit.
I think it never happens because here's the thing: GGG, in my opinion, is too old to move up to 168. And
I see what you're saying.
And to get the third fight with Canelo, that's going to be the demand because Reynoso and Canelo said for sure they're not going back down to 160. So GGG and Jermall Charlo would be, and Demetrius Andrade, if they want to fight with Canelo, they would be required to move to 168. And GGG, man, he's doing what he can for the rest of his career at 160. And again, he looked great against the Reverend Chinko. He looked, decent against Seremeta, but Seremeta wasn't high level fighter. So to see him move up to 168 and fight one of the best up there, bro, he ain't never thrown or tasted a punch at 168, acclimated to the weight or nothing. I think Canelo punishes him up at 168.
Hey, they got me thinking, man, that's a great ass fucking idea, man. Even, man, seriously, that got me, you get sparked up an idea. I thought, like, so do you think Triple G really needs Canelo, man? Like, what if Triple G fought after? What if Triple G was really good against Murata, fought him, beat him, and was like, fuck it, fought Andrade? Let's say he edged it when
no, he doesn't need Canelo. He doesn't need Canelo. No,
right. And then he fought Charlo. Then Andrade and Charlo.
He doesn't. GGG is already a Hall of Famer. He can retire right now. He's going to go to the Hall. Chicano Prophet, mi hermano was good. So he doesn't need it, but it's money. Yeah. He wants the money. That's what this is about. He's not going to cash in. That Sky Sports, the pay-per-view numbers that they did was magnificent numbers. So DAZN and GGG, Canelo, they want all of the, because they'll get their salaries, but then they'll get a pay-per-view share and it'll be massive. So I think it's more of the money, if anything, Roland, is why they want that fight. Hold on, let me catch up to this chat. 541. Yeah, sure. Tweaking Margarito with your gloves was loaded when you fought Colo. El Primo, what's good? Charger said McDonough beat that boy Floyd. Hey man, what Floyd record say? 0. So all of the people that y'all say beat Floyd didn't beat him. His record's 0. Samuel Chicken.
Hell yeah, I gotta make a chicken, baby.
So he said, he's the little brother favorite. Oh yeah.
I grilled this in there better chicken.
Margarito beat Cotto without anything. Man, Margarito got beat up, bro. Y'all stop. My man Glenn Avery, Major Key Boxing. He don't like to hear the Cotto. Cotto.
Major.
It didn't happen, bro. Pete, your boy Keith got a fight already. Man, who Keith Thurman? Wait, who? Jose Benavidez hasn't said who. That'd be a good fight. Keith Thurman and Jose Benavidez. I know I should go down to his gym and ask what the F is he doing. Is he going on? Yeah, go down there and find out for us, Uncle Pete. It's Cap, G, definitely, because you tried to compare one of Lars' last couple of struggles, you idiot. It's not Cap, you dumbass, because I said he won't whoop him. And you're agreeing that it'll be a good fight, so it's still not Cap. What are you, retard? It's not Cap. I used his last fight to say that he struggled in a fight with LaManna. If he struggles in a fight with LaManna at 160, that doesn't mean he's going to whoop on Charlo. LaManna is not even ranked. He wasn't ranked anything at 160. Charlo is at least one of the top guys. It's not Cap. I didn't say Charlo's going to whoop him. I said you cannot say that Charlo will whoop him. That's not Cap, you idiot. So stop trying, Samuel. Just stop trying. Cut it out. I had Barrios up slightly. That would be a good fight. Yeah, but you know, this is the thing with all of those fights. Any fight that I see that goes to a knockout, the guy gets stopped. But I don't care what's on the cards. Do you guys understand? What do people say when they're going into a fight where they know that they might get the business? Well, I knew I had to come in here and stop them because the judges wouldn't be in my favor. So when the fight is stopped, stop talking about the cards. Stop talking about the cards like the fight was stopped because the cards don't matter. The dude got stopped. It doesn't matter if he was 8-1. No, 8-2, 9-1. It don't matter. He got stopped. Cards don't matter anymore. People talking about what the card said. The guy got stopped. That's just so they can say, oh, they was going to rob him. They was going to rob him. Well, it doesn't matter what they were going to do because all of that was put to bed when he got stopped. All it was put to bed. Stopped him. He took it out of the judge's hands. He took the possibility of a robbery off the table because he stopped him. Cards don't matter, bro. The cards don't matter. And I don't even like Tank, but the cards just don't matter. Yeah. No. So I'm saying Charlo has plenty of tough fights. A Canelo fight would be just for money. Canelo whoops him. Yeah, well, I think Charlo actually thinks he can beat Canelo. Shadow. He really thinks he can beat him. Spain cracks. Man again. Got another dude in Virginia going for that. The boxing. El Primo. Stop saying marquee. Why? They have marquee fighter. Spence is a marquee fighter. Take it a marquee fighter, whether you like him or not. He's a marquee fighter. I would prefer to see Canelo fight Charlo. We've already seen GGG fight Charlo. Me too. That I agree with, Steven. If it came down to those two fights, but Canelo would too, though, Steven. This is what he was saying. He would rather fight Charlo before.
D, your mic is absolutely scuffed beyond belief. It's cutting in and out like crazy.
Oh. Well.
Now you sound good. Now you're good. Oh. Don't worry, Chad. I've come to save the day. Shadow boxing D sounds better like this. I agree, man.
But I was waiting for somebody to tell me it was torn up. I was way behind in the chat though. True Sons in the building. What's good with you, True Sons? Appreciate it, my guy. I hope all is well. All is great, bro. Everything's great, True Sons. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that super chat. I hope all is well with you. So, IBT, what's up with you, bro? How you been?
I'm chilling. I just want to tell you your mic was messed up.
Well, you got a cold, bro? Sound like your sinus is a little stopped up.
I've got allergies.
Oh, okay.
That's about it.
You say catch weight? Nah, it ain't gonna be no catch weight. No catch weight, none of that. They gotta come up 168 or they no fight. No catch weights, fam. Golovkin versus Murata will do big money in Japan. Yeah, Murata averages 12, 15 million people watching him, so they're gonna do big money. Is that where he's going? He's going to Japan to fight him? That's logical. That's what makes more sense that he goes over there and fight him.
That's a lot.
Benavidez will have that ginger hype job boots in there. Oh man, I don't know, man. Benavidez.
I think Canelo style better be even like within 9 rounds. No bullshit. I was gonna make a video about this, man. No bullshit. I really do.
Well, if he stops him, it's gonna be late. That's for sure. He's gonna have to wear better BF down. He ain't gonna stop him early. If he stopped better BF early, that would be crazy.
Yeah. I think you will though, man. No bullshit, man. I think the only reason why, because I feel like I think Better Beef might be a little too big, so he might be just a little too slow. So I think Canelo's gonna be a little quicker than him, man. And I think and the Canelo can transfer the weight. We all know he can transfer the weight. So I think that's gonna be it right there. He's gonna be a little too quick for him.
Let me ask real quick, Roller. Let me ask Shadow Boxing, you and Samuel Valdez. Do you two idiots believe that Landy Laurel will whoop Jermall Charlo. I just want Jermall Charlo. I want you two to answer that question. Do you and Samuel Shaw believe that Landy Laurel will whoop Jermall Charlo? Give me the answer to that question, both of you.
I go second. I go second.
His mic is short. Circuit again. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah. Well, quick answer to that one. I don't understand the question. So I know. I was saying, like, no, I don't think. I feel like the question should be asked the other way. If like with Charlo.
No. This is why, Roland. This is why. GB Guthrie, what's good?
No, but I get it though, man. Shit, like if Laura's.
What's up? No. This is what happened, Roland. Somebody, I can't even remember who now, but somebody put in the chat that I think it was Ralph Unreal. Landy Laurel will whoop Charlo. And I said, wait a minute. I said, no, I'm not too sure about that. I said, Landy Laurel, I mentioned the not the LaManna fight, but the fight before LaManna. I didn't mention it was the Greg Vendetti fight. I was like, he went 12 rounds with him. Then Samuel Shaw said, I'm capping because I'm using his past competition. But I'm saying I'm using that as a measure to say that he doesn't just run through Charlo. I'm not saying that that's why Charlo will beat him or nothing. If I'm saying Charlo will knock him out because he struggled against, okay, that's cap. But you can't go and say when he had a fight that went to a decision with a damn Vendetti, you can't just tell me he's gonna go in there and whoop Charlo. That's silly. That's silly, and that's not cap.
Yeah. No,
okay. Now you're still an idiot, and thank you for asking him exactly like that. You said I believe Lar can beat Charlo. Is this clear enough for? Okay, that means you believe he can beat him. That means you don't believe he just goes in there and whoop him. What I was responding to was him just going in there and whoop him. So again,
miscommunication issues, guys.
Hey. Stop, Samuel. You killed marriages, but you dead wrong because my comment to him was not cap. It was consistent with him going in there and just whooping on Charlo. But what you're saying right here, you said I believe Lar can beat Jermall Charlo. You're not saying that he definitely goes in there and whoop him. So you stop capping. Stop trying to argue like a little girl, man. You just having a silly little argument that don't mean nothing. You little sissy. Benavidez can fight for range and go, man, I'm not trying to hear this all. Y'all don't know what Benavidez can do. What can Benavidez do against a top 5 opponent? You have no clue. You know why? Because he's never fought a top 5 opponent. So stop clamoring on about what Benavidez can do. Y'all don't really have a clue. He's not done it yet. This is the problem with Benavidez. I think Benavidez is the best at 168 outside of Canelo. I do. I think he beats Plant, Callum Smith, Daniel Jacobs, BJS, Caleb. I think he beats those guys. However, we still have to see him do it. We have not even seen him fight Plant or BJS or Callum Smith yet. You can't say what he'll do from range. You don't know what he'll do from range.
Right.
Most of the guys he beat up, where'd he beat him up from? The freaking inside. So don't give me all of this about what he could do at range just because he's tall and long. You haven't seen him fight that way. That's all hype, bro. That's all hype. You know? D over here, I bet he's yo, you ain't answered the question. At least Samuel answered the question, shadow boxing, which you still gave himself up, but you ain't even answered the question. Do you think Laura whoops Charlo? That was the thing. Laura will beat Charlo. Or whatever, man. We gotta see the fight. And I'm not saying Laura can't beat Charlo. I ain't no freaking Charlo. Jermall Charlo.
Hey, how did Laura look in his last fight though, if you mind me asking? My bad for interrupting.
He stopped LaManna in the first round.
Oh, so he did though. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He stopped him in the first round. But this was the Thomas LaManna. LaManna's not a good fighter. And he can't.
No, I know.
I don't even understand how they fought at 160 anyway. They both came up from 154. They should have just fought at 54. It's not like he went up there and fought a 160-pound fighter. LaManna came from 154. So I don't even understand. Like, I guess it was just for him to – just what Tank Davis and Canelo did with Rocky Fielding, what Tank just did with Mario Barrios. He just went up there to collect the title. It was a baby belt, but he still went up there and got the belt. So I think that's why Lara went up there and fought Thomas LaManna, just so he could get that strap. You know, be a champion in another
How
division.
old
I
is
was
Laura?
cool with it. I really don't have a problem with
How
Laura
old Laura,
doing
do you know? You know how old Laura is, D?
like 34, I think, something like that.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what they say. Or 36 or something like I don't know. Look, you know those Cubans.
That's why people are riding for him so hard though, because yeah, he's still all right. If he stops somebody in the first round,
no, you know what? I'm
36 years
tripping. No,
old,
I'm tripping. Laura like
34?
30. He like 38, 39, bro.
Oh shit. Okay. Things get a
Yeah,
little
he like
significantly
38,
harder.
39. No, he older. He older, bro, because he been fighting for a minute. He like 38. I think he like 38.
Okay.
What up, Monos? Mono, what's good with you? What's good?
Yeah,
IBT said Jermall is underwhelming fighter. Oh man. They giving Jermall the heat. Let's find out. Yeah, let's find out if they get in the doggone ring, Uncle Pete. I would love to find out. They gotta get in there and fight each other, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, but you don't know what he can do either. You don't know what who can do. Who is he? I'm just talking about Benavidez fighting from range and this, that, and the third. No, I don't know what Jermall Charlo can do, but I'm not picking Jermall Charlo to beat up Benavidez. Again, I'm just saying we don't know what Benavidez can do. I don't even know who you was comparing it to. I just seen the comment about Benavidez fighting in range, and I would just simply ask you, give me a fight where he expressed how good he fights from range. Run me back to a fight where he did that. Because if you haven't seen him do that at the pro level, then you can't sit here and tell me that he can do this, that, and the third from range. I don't care who it was inconsistent with, what fighter. Plant, Jacobs, I don't care. What the fighter was. When have we seen Benavidez put on a masterclass from the outside, bro? We ain't seen that. He got freaking... Yeah, man. I don't believe in Benavidez. Man, what are y'all? Shadow boxing, don't start, bro. Don't start being silly. I just said I consider him the best at 168 outside of Canelo. Now, if you expect me to believe he's better than Canelo, you're an idiot. Because I'm not going to put him over Canelo. But I put him second by Canelo. So what do you mean I don't believe in him? Are you listening, dude?
That's the mother.
Whoop him or beat him is still a win. I didn't say Lar could win, so you're still talking foolish. Shut up. I never said he couldn't win. I said he would whoop him. Somebody say, oh, he'll come in there and whoop him. That means you're really not giving the other guy a chance. Would you say that Jermall Charlo couldn't win? If you sit here and say that Jermall Charlo couldn't win, then you're capping. But if you believe Jermall Charlo could win, then it's not consistent with Lar just coming in there and whooping him. So again, stop trying, Samuel. You're making yourself look stupid. Just stop it. Stop it. Lara gets out of his belts and puts Charlo over his knee. Yeah. Lara have a tough time with Charlo. Real talk, fam. What's up, Hard Recoil in the building? Lara's 43. Yeah, he could be. He could be, Sergeant. You know how those Cubans are. That 38 might be a lie, dog. He might be 43 years old. He said DJ High, he is 30. Oh, I'm way behind. I'm glad I corrected it before I got down here, IBT, Mr. Correcto. And I got the correction off before I see your little snide comment. How about that? Hey, cocksucker. Yeah, Lar gotta be in his late 30s. Yeah, he is. He's I think 38, 39. So he's probably 45. He's 38 or 39, probably from what they have him listed. I don't know exactly what they have him listed as, but he's up there. Jermall Charlo went 12 rounds and got hurt by that guy, Prospect Munguia style. He was, yeah, man. Styles make fights, man. Doesn't mean anything. But yeah, he was supposed to stop. Look, Jermall Charlo, that's why I can't advocate for him. Because he should have stopped Brandon Adams. He should have stopped Juan Montiel. He didn't stop these guys. So yeah, he should have stopped the Reverend Chico, in my opinion. He should have stopped it. He had him hurt. So yeah, I'm not jumping on Jermall's coattail. But at the same time, I'm not just gonna say that Lara comes in there and whoops up on him. I'm not saying that. I think he gives him a fight, bro. Yeah, I'm not just gonna say Lara goes and whoops up on Jermall. That's crazy, bro.
But I'm telling you, man, though, I really feel though, how the hell is Jermall supposed to stop all these people when he's being stunted in growth, man? That's a real thing, though. You know, I'm telling you, man.
A lot of those PBC fighters,
drum, but you know what I mean.
A lot of those PBC fighters are because they're not fighting anybody. David Benavidez, he ain't fighting nobody.
Yeah.
You know, he ain't fighting nobody. Tank, you know, they starting their road because they're not fighting no one. I think Benavidez.
But look, Leo was a good win though, man. Hey, check it out. Look, I really feel like what fucked Leo up was he thought he could take Tank's power, man. That's what fucked him up. I guarantee you. And it was probably so tiring fighting a bigger, stronger dude though. That's why. Yeah, but see, that's I don't want to take shit back to Canelo, but we're talking about Canelo and GGG and shit. So yeah, I feel like anytime you fight a bigger dude, it's gonna take a lot more power, obviously. So I feel like when Leo was fighting on Tank and shit, man, he was doing real good. But he started thinking he could take Tank's power, and Tank's really good at like making believe he probably can, setting shit up, all that. And then and it was over. Because I'm telling you, when he took that same exact hit about maybe three rounds earlier. Something I don't know, same exact hit though. I'm saying, and he was like, doop, and he was like, oh yeah. And he's out here coming doing all the quick shit, you know. That same exact hit, put his ass down 3 rounds later. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I don't know exactly 3 rounds, but you know. So I feel like I'm saying that was a good win. Not to cut you off, my bad. That was a good win. I think Mario was a good win because the height. Anytime you gotta go fight somebody built that with skill, that's increasing your performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think Tank's being handled right though. I mean, he's being handled decent. No, I mean, okay. As far as skills goes, and by the way, their eyes look and shit when they talk about certain opponents and victories and shit like that. I feel like Tank's being handled at the right pace, man. Like he's young as hell too, like 3 years and shit.
Roland, you know what I've noticed?
No, I'm saying though, because
the next PBC too many breaks, bro.
No, man, no. I'm saying with Tank.
Because you know
with Tank. Leo,
Tank
Mario,
Davis,
and then the next fight's gonna be big.
No. Tank Davis is 27 years old, and he has two valid fights. Jose Pedraza and Mario Barrios. That's it. 2 fights.
But that's man, but not a dickhead, but Errol Spence and Crawford still not yet to jump up yet, like Errol did. But Errol's like 30 now and shit, man. So that's
Tank's only 3 years younger than him, fam.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like he's kind of stepping up because man, I know Leo was smaller and shit. I ain't dumb, but I'm saying like he was still good skills, man. He was a good ass. He was good skills. He was good little dude.
No, Roland. When you have names,
and then he went to a bigger dude, complete opposite, just like Leo.
You have names available. When you have names available, like Oscar Valdez, Jermall Herring, Shakur Stevens,
you don't really want to fight
Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney. When you have all of these names available and you're fighting Leo Santa Cruz's and Mario Barrios, no, bro. Lomachenko.
No, I understand what you're saying, though.
Okay, but that's what Tank need to do. No more of these nonsensical fights. You fighting Leo Santa Cruz and Gamboa.
No, while you got
Gamboa and Valdez and Tio and all of these guys out here.
I ain't Gamboa. I ain't Gamboa, man. But I'm just saying.
His last 3 fights, Roland. His last 3 fights are old Yuriokis Gamboa, a way smaller Leo Santa Cruz, and a Barrios. Come on, bro.
Big Barrios. Big skillful Barrios, man. Come on. Don't fucking.
I give him credit for Barrios. But
right.
But
so check it out. All right, so check it out. If the next fight's a good fight, are you good?
No. The 2 fights prior to Barrios is the problem. That's the problem. Yuriokis Gamboa. And then Leo Santa Cruz. No, you should have taken Shakur or Ryan or Devin or.
They ain't trying to fight though. I guarantee they're not trying to fight Tank. They're not trying to. That's my thing. We don't know.
Are you crazy,
man?
Okay. No. You PBC.
No. I'm not trying to argue that at all. Come on, you know, I let it talk.
Man, all of those guys want to get a hold of Tank. Ryan was calling out Tank. Lomachenko been wanting Tank forever. Teofimo and Bob Arum and Teofimo. Bob Arum came out and said he want Tank. It is not those guys. But Floyd's not putting him in there, bro. It's not those other guys, bro. Come on.
No, but I'm saying, but I know Tank. I know Ryan calling Tank out and shit. But even by the way he was calling him out, man, like he was just way too hype, way too comical, way too. He called him out the same way he called out Jake Paul, dog. Same exact motherfucking way. Yeah, he don't know. He was like, man, I'm gonna knock you out, motherfucker. Like you should like you did with Jake Paul. Man, he ain't trying to fight fucking Tank, dog. You know, man, they're all like afraid of each other and shit. For real. Didn't like, yeah, no, I think they are because I feel like
no. None of them are afraid of Tank. None of them are afraid of Tank. Floyd and Ellaby will not put Tank in no serious fight.
No. Afraid is a bad word. I thought you're saying. Yeah, afraid is a bad word. My bad. They're all.
No, they all want to fight him.
They're all wary and shit of fighting each other.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Every one of those guys. Let me tell you something. Every one of those guys outside of Shakur Stevenson, because he and Tank made a pact. They buddies now. But Oscar Valdez, Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, all of them want to fight Tank. Ain't nothing weary about fighting Tank.
Hey, isn't there such a thing? Isn't there such a thing though when somebody would tell you, like, hey, hold me back. I'm about to beat this dude's ass. Hey, motherfucker, like, hey, hold me back. Give me your arm. What's the fuck, dog? You're not committed. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that such a thing? Yes, it is. You know it is. Come on now. These motherfuckers are talking
real quick. I'm behind again. Haplo Type, what's good with you, fam? Manos Dinamita, appreciate you with the Manos de Dinamita. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate that. Manos in the building. Samuel said hard recoil. He said he is making plastic hand wraps. Stupid. D Hodges in the building. What's good? What up, D Jeff in chat? LDBC salute to you, D Hodges in the LDBC. Jermall's power diminished at middleweight in comparison to super middleweight. Jermall's still farming souls while Jermall's going life and death with late replacements. Yeah, bro. I mean, exactly, bro. I'm not advocating for Jermall, but I'm not saying Laura just comes in there and whoops him. That's all I'm saying.
No, I ain't know. You walking out here the cops.
Hey, where's my mom?
Upstairs. Why, you right? Why, you think she's dead or something?
Yeah, she died.
Huh?
She died.
Oh, don't say that shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
Fish, what's good with you, Fish? DF in the building. Say he's cooking some shrooms. Y'all bugging out, bro. Straight hubble. Oh, man. Yeah, Margarito Tank. Man, I don't know, bro. I look, Tank did a phenomenal job against Barrios, but I can't, Tank, I can't put too much in the Tank. Damn, Tank's career has gone stale since. What's up, IBT? What's good, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about how Tank is being severely disrespected by G. Jeffries, and he's shown it in the ring. He's a pound for pound fighter.
Yeah, right. Man, don't come up here trolling.
He's holding belts in 3 different divisions.
Yeah.
He got the 130-pound title from Leo Santa Cruz, who was a 4-division world champion, had only 1 loss, and he redeemed that loss. So he was basically undefeated. He didn't only beat him, he knocked him out. No one expected Tank to knock Leo Santa Cruz out. Then, before that, he fought Yuriokas Gamboa, former unified champion. Destroyed him for 12 rounds, dropped him.
I want to know this, bro. I want to know this from you. How long have you been waiting to get online and give out a good troll? How long have you been waiting to do that, man?
I'm not trolling. I have been hired by Leonard Ellerby's nose.
Huh? What'd you say?
I'm on Leonard Ellerby's payroll, bro. I'm not trolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so Gamboa, an elite former unified world champion, destroyed him. Right, knocked him out, and then after Gamboa fought Haney, Haney couldn't even hurt him. That's how you know Gervonta's power's real. Then he goes and fights number 2 super lightweight in the world, Mario Barrios. and he destroys him, stops him, drops him multiple times. Devastating knockout, and now he's the WBA champion. Illegitimizing Josh Taylor's Mickey Mouse Undisputed.
Manos, no, don't believe it. That they don't. This dude is trolling. He is definitely not a tank fan. This dude knows boxing better than most people on this doggone community. IBT is trolling for sure. Don't buy it. He does not believe anything he just said. Xavier, what's good? Xavier in the building. He said in a draw that Cruz never tried to reverse. A draw? What are you talking about, Xavier? I must have missed something. But anyway, let's move on, bro. With
really quick before I'm done. Do you know who else held world titles in 3 different weight classes at once? The first to do it ever? Henry Armstrong. So Tank Davis is like the modern day Henry Armstrong. Did you see the live? You weren't here for the live I did about that when they came out with that nonsense. I said, man, are you kidding me? That is the worst comparison you could ever make. You never compare Tank Davis. Look, I was like, forget about Henry Armstrong because they had Canelo and Henry Armstrong. You know, yeah. Even Canelo's has the WBA regular at 168.
Oh man, it was so terrible. I was like, gosh, bro. But anyway, okay. So the next topic is Robert Garcia says Spence is just a basic fighter. He could see Pacquiao beating him. Now, much respect to Robert Garcia. I think that he's one of the better trainers in the game today. But damn all that Robert Garcia talking about.
Your mic.
All right. Hold on. I'll be. All right. So, yeah, bro. But to hell with all of this nonsense Robert Garcia talking about Spence a basic fighter. Man, look, man. He needs to stop with all of this basic fighter, and he can see Pacquiao beating him and all of that. Look, man. I could see Pacquiao pulling off a win. I will say that. I can see Pacquiao pulling off a win. You can't count Manny Pacquiao out, especially with a guy like Errol Spence. No, sir. But to sit in here and start calling Spence basic and all that, that's the same story that you and Mikey told. That was the same story that him and Mikey told when he went to fight Mikey. Spence is just a basic fighter. He does everything good. But I do things better. That's when Robert was backing Mikey on that nonsense. So cut it out about this basic fighter. You got master class by a basic fighter when you're supposed to be better than a basic fighter. Look, man, Errol Spence is going to beat Manny Pacquiao. 10th round stoppage, okay? Can Manny Pacquiao win? Yes. This is Manny Pacquiao. I'm not saying it's an impossibility. Yes, Manny can win this fight. Errol, the true Spence, is going to beat Manny Pacquiao. That same song Robert sung when he fought Mikey. He's a basic fighter, and that's why Mikey was supposed to beat him, because he was so basic, right? Well, was he basic enough for Mikey to pull it off? No. Now, Pacquiao is much better than Mikey, but his stature is that of Mikey Garcia. Let's think about that. Since people want to clamor on about how small Mikey was, just a little old 135-pounder. Mikey, little. Manny Pacquiao, Mikey has the same exact stature. So think about that. Think about it. You know, ain't nothing basic. Boxing Logic United in the building. What's good, Myron? Well, we already know you a Spence.
AD. I think Robert Garcia is definitely a fool for trying to say Errol Spence is basic. Like, man, everyone knows Errol Spence is a part. I would have told him this. I'm like, okay, well, what the hell's your definition of basic? You know what I mean? Like, give me give me some your definition of basic, some facts and shit. You know, because I was like, Errol Spence always been called. I think he's been called basic because like he just likes to move forward, hit body shots, use a little bit of his distance, as aggressive. Like how the hell is that basic? How's that his fault that he hasn't been forced to like really like box and shit, man? So I don't think he's basic at all and shit. But I do also believe that Pacquiao can definitely beat Errol Spence.
Yeah,
And
he
I
can
honestly,
win, bro. He can win.
yeah, but yeah, but man, I'm not gonna lie. At this point, just seen the footage. I think it's a 50-50 fight. Straight, I go.
I say 60-40. I got a 60-40 Spence.
Right.
I don't
Okay.
mind anybody
I feel
saying
that.
50-50 Pacquiao. I don't mind that. I don't think it's outlandish. Me personally, I got a 60-40 Spence. But giving Pacquiao a 40% chance, that's letting you know. I think damn for sure he can win this fight.
Right, for sure.
60-40. I give him every bit like 60-40 is what I gave Sean Porter. I give Pacquiao, I gave him more chance than I gave Danny Garcia. I said 70-30 Danny Garcia. So I give Manny Pacquiao more chance.
Danny Garcia?
Yeah, I said 70-30. Coming off the accident.
I was like 55-45.
Nah, I said 70-30. I knew my dude Spence was going to beat Danny. But with Manny, I don't know. I'm not as comfortable with the Manny Pacquiao situation.
I get it.
Pacquiao's the GOAT, man. In this era,
man,
he's up
there, dog.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
I think he's on box. He's on what's called what somebody say box Rushmore or some bullshit. Mount Boxmore or some crazy shit.
Mount Rushmore boxing. He could be. If you make a Mount Rushmore boxing, you could put Manny up there. I wouldn't have no problem with it.
Man,
I would have no problem with it.
Yeah, man.
Now he would be on my Mount Rushmore, but I wouldn't mind.
Ain't nobody else for having him on there.
The weight bully gonna stop Manny.
I never even been I wasn't a Manny bully
what
for
you
long.
want, man. Though you could call him weight bully and all that what you want. Obviously, you haven't been paying attention because Spence been keeping his weight down. That's cool. That's fine. I get it. The whole weight bully.
There's not gonna be no excuse. Hey, look,
but you're correct. You are correct. He's gonna beat Manny.
Can I say something about that weight thing? Look, the reason why that should never be an excuse is because honestly, like many people guarantee would argue that Manny has an advantage because he's a little smaller, right, D? I mean, you ever hear that? I mean, because he'll be quicker. Because people expect him to be quicker. And like he said, speed is the key. You know, like the bigger guy is not going to be faster than the little guy. He just won't. You know what I'm saying? Manny's so goddamn small. He's like, you ever see Spence doing them damn little combos that quick, dog? Hell no. No one does them.
Spence don't throw combos like Manny. No,
Manny, he's very quick.
Manny has a hand speed and power advantage. From all of the fighters that have fought those guys in common, no one says Spence hit harder. So we will have to assume Manny has more power than Spence, and he has the hand speed. Spence has, but here's something else with this whole power thing that we have to consider. Hold on, let me check this chat right quick. Let me see. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Myron? Stop it. Stop what, Myron? What are you talking about?
All I'm gonna say is I've never heard Spence mention Gervonta Davis, bro.
Spence will punish that dude.
I'm trying to get the hell out of that.
He beat the hell out of him. I agree, Pac has a decent chance, but Spence should be the best. You know, I think they have Pac. I think they started Pac out his favorite, Haplo.
No.
Yeah, somebody told me the other day they got Pac out.
Maybe in his hometown in the Philippines.
And
real though.
No other bookies are gonna give you those odds.
The home country.
So,
right?
This is what I'm gonna say about it. So Pacquiao, because we're gonna be discussing this all the way up to the fight, guaranteed. Pacquiao does have the speed and power advantage. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but he does. He's faster. Faster hands than Spence, and on the account of all the fighters, and I have to go from the fighters that fought them in common. They said Pacquiao hits harder. Okay, even at this age, they say
one punch.
So, but here's something we have to contemplate.
Yeah,
Pacquiao was hitting those guys. Errol Spence is clearly one of the most durable guys at welterweight. The dude has a granite chin.
Hell yeah, he does.
So the question becomes: is old war-ridden, battle-scarred, beaten down Manny Pacquiao going to be able to take more of Spence's punishment, or is Spence going to be able to take more of Manny's? I'm going with Spence because the dude's tough as nails. He's 10
point,
years
man.
younger. He's more than 10 years younger, right? Yeah. Nah, bro. Spence is going to win this fight. And I'm sorry, all you Manny lovers. Manny, the GOAT Pacquiao, beat Keith once upon a time Thurman. That's who he beat.
No, Keith still beats, man.
He beat Keith once upon a time Thurman. A Keith Thurman that came off an abysmal performance against Josecito Lopez. A Keith Thurman that in his last 3 fights was injured after the fight. That's who Manny beat.
It was still, that was a good fight though. That Thurman Pacquiao was a good fight. I thought it was. I thought Thurman
and Crawford, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, and Sean Porter would have beaten that version of Thurman because the best version of Thurman went to tooth and nails with those 2 guys. They both had decision fights.
I gotta see
Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. They both went to the wire with a one-time Keith Thurman. The Keith Thurman that was himself. This was a past Keith Thurman that fought Manny. That wasn't Keith. So I really feel like Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Errol Spence, and Terrence Crawford would have beaten Keith Thurman. They all would have beaten Keith Thurman. Hell, Dennis Ugas might have a chance. Virgil Ortiz, Jermall. I think they all have a chance to beat Thurman because he's not the Thurman that he was, bro. That he once was.
I think Spence never wanted to. Spence just recently wanted to start fighting Thurman and shit. Right?
No, he don't want to fight Thurman. He don't want to.
I think he recently. I think no, he has. He said
no,
it for sure.
No, dog. I am a Spence follower to the max.
He said he would have fought him. But now he hates him. Now he hates him and shit, right? He said, but he wanted to fight him for a split second. But that's my point. That's my point. Is he knows how good Thurman is, man. He knows his power.
It's not about that.
He's got the
it's
leg
not about
that.
Roland, it don't have nothing to do with that. When Spence was coming up,
okay,
Keith Thurman told him to go get a belt. Spence went over to England and he beat Kell Brook, and Keith Thurman ignored him. So Spence said, now that he's the man, he's sitting there with 3 belts and Thurman desperate. Don't come to him running for no fight. It's personal. It has nothing to do with the skill set or him thinking Thurman. He thinks he'll beat the hell out of Thurman. But
Thurman to give him a fight for a reason.
It's a personal thing with him. It's personal.
I know. But Thurman then didn't give him a fight for a reason, right? Because he was like, you got to whatever. And now, what a coincidence! Spence don't want to give him a fight for the same reason. Yeah, he has. It's pretty much the same reason though. It's the same reason when you break it down and shit. You know, they feel like. You didn't do it. You ain't done nothing. You ain't give me a fight. It doesn't matter. It's still that same reason. And it happened for a reason, dog. Come on now. You know, man. Come on now.
It's just politics.
Thurman's a dangerous man. That's why.
It's just politics. Spence. When Thurman didn't give Spence, when Spence didn't get the fight with Thurman, it was just politics. Thurman had bigger fish to fry than Errol Spence at the time, and now it's the shoes on different. You know, the roles are reversed, so to speak. Spence got bigger fish to fry than Keith Thurman right now.
I don't believe that though. I can't believe it though, man.
Unification, Canelo.
Pacquiao fought Marquez 4 times, dog. Pacquiao.
It's a new era. This is
So I feel like if Spence really knew that he could just beat Thurman, he'd be like, man, fuck it, hell yeah, I'm the champion, and I'll take your little challenger ass out, dog.
He's not built like that.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that aren't built like that. You know, we can't hate on them. Pacquiao is one of them crazy little motherfuckers that happen to be and shit. You know, I'm like, that's why I give Pacquiao a 50-50 chance against Spence, because no one fights their rivals 4 times in a row, dog. And you get knocked out by that dude. And I think Marquez won that first fight. Marquez got that's why I feel like Pacquiao kept trying to challenge him because he knows in his heart that he didn't win those fights. He knows that he might have. But he knows that this dude might have beat me too, though, man.
He wanted.
Because I gotta make sure I beat this dude. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you say, IBT?
He got knocked out and he wanted a 5th fight. I mean,
right? That's what I'm saying, dog.
It's crazy.
Pacquiao, ain't nobody challenging Pacquiao's heart.
No. I know.
It's about Spence. And Robert Garcia talking this basic fighter nonsense. Boxing Logic United said Thurman gave Pac migraines. Watch the pole fight press again. Pac know Thurman was robbed. Thurman was robbed? Man, come on, Marvin. If you don't cut that out, bro. That fight was close. It was a 7-5 fight either way. That was a 7-5 fight either way. If it's a 7-5 fight, how you going to call it a robbery? Get out of here
That
with that.
knockdown was big, you know, that knockdown.
Robbery, bro.
That knockdown is Pacquiao size. The judges, man, the judges are humans and should be. They should not look at a fight like, okay, look, we're in 160 pounds. This fighter is 24 years old. This fighter is 34 years old. This fighter had more than 30 fights. This fighter hasn't. But we're in the same division, equal fight. If you're not being the aggressor, little 23-year-old with the less fights, the less body mass, the less everything, less experience. If you're not being the aggressor, you lost. The motherfucker who's bigger than you, stronger than you.
Look at Samuel.
Sure.
Look at
No. So I'm saying, like, the judges need to take account to all that
I ain't
shit.
talking about the judges.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you with the judges. I'm talking about Samuel.
Oh, my bad. I digress like a motherfucker.
Thurman didn't ignore. It was Al Hammond who ignored.
Yeah.
Samuel. Okay, it was Al Hammond. Who was representing? It was Thurman's team. If it was Thurman's team, representation of Thurman, it was Thurman. You think with Tank, people say Tank ducked Lomachenko. We know it was Ellerby and Floyd.
Gervonta Davis ducked anyone relevant in this division.
Right.
D, did you know that Leo Santa Cruz
trying to argue? You trying to spark up a silly argument.
Did you know Leo Santa Cruz is ranked number 10 at 130? And then he moves up to fight Barrios at 140, who's also ranked number 10. So these are two number 10 guys in a row back to back. That's very impressive.
That's Tank. That's Tank.
That's why I don't feel Tank. Whoa,
my son in the building. Hold on right quick. What's up, son? My son in the building. Appreciate you sliding through. Come on, take Powell. He said, glad Jim finally got payback with that K. Hey, man. Haplotype said, most of Pac's knockdown come from speed and getting his opponent off balance with his fast feet. Yeah, the knockdown. And then let's think about that too. Knockdowns. Who is the last person Pacquiao stopped? And he's supposed to come in and stop a tough Spence?
Lucas Matisse, but that's like...
Right. But he's supposed to come stop Spence.
Who said that?
Oh, man, these people talking about he going to stop Spence because he's too fast and Spence is basic. Robert Garcia said you could see Pac getting the stoppage.
I think they just really
I see that one, though. He was just saying, like, it could happen. Just like you're saying.
You see, now you want to ask? You think that people not saying
from what I see,
you just got to witness something. You just said right now, dog.
Straight up delusional. Respectfully, though. I think he could win. He could, but like Pacquiao's. I'm not gonna count him out ever. Like literally ever.
I think he can win, but they're taking it overboard, bro.
The issue I have is I think he's faster, and I think he's probably hits harder for the singular punch. But I think as the fight goes on, we've seen older Manny, even though he's incredibly fast, got good power, obviously experience. I think it's the stamina, the endurance, and I think Spence's size and his body shots. I think that accumulation will slow down Pacquiao earlier than normal than we saw in the Thurman fight, and I think we'll see the tides turn sooner. I think
Spence got endurance like a goddamn wolf.
He's durable. I mean, the dude survived a car crash and then he destroyed Danny Garcia comprehensively. You know, I just think he's too durable, too big, too strong. His body attack, I think, is going to be the difference here. And they're both southpaws too, which is interesting. When's the last time either guy fought a southpaw?
Yeah, it's be a fucking fight is great, yo.
Right.
But can I say something about that though, real quick before?
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, Roland. Cali, what's good with you, Cali? What's good?
What's up, though?
You know what Shaw said? Myron Fax Thurman. Yeah, whatever, man. Thurman it wasn't no robbery.
Manny beat Thurman.
You and Myron smoking on angel dust right now, Samuel.
All right, so can I say something about Manny though? Look, I made a video. Hey, I made a video about this. This is how much I really believe in. I don't even make many videos and shit, right? I need to anymore. I want to. But I'm saying like I don't. I mean, but I made one about this one, and I feel like this is gonna be like a little X factor. You know what I'm saying? I swear, man. But I think Manny's age is actually gonna play a role. All right, simple fact like this, man. When I'm 30. When I was like 32, 33 and shit, right, playing basketball against my 21, 20-year-old little nephews and shit, Hey, man, I always outlasted them, man, with the stamina. Like they're over there breathing wind by like the 6th fucking game, and they're like, and I'm like, come on, you little motherfuckers. And I'm all pissed, like, oh, you beat me 5 in a row. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, like, so I'm just saying, like, so it's not always like the age thing. It can really help you. And another reason why I feel like it's because man, I'm serious. Manny's bones. This is the video I made. Manny's bones are bigger, man, which sounds crazy. I know, but I'm saying so. I really feel like the fact that Manny's bones are bigger, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna play a factor with how he has that speed to throw them big ass bones and has that power, and and then he has that crazy stamina. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie, all my other homeboys weren't keeping up, and they stopped by the fifth basketball game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, fuck that. I'm still going. I'm irritated. I'm going 7th one. And now they're like, man, Junebug gonna stop, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I ain't gonna stop. So I always bow down, like, come on, let's stop. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But I'm now to win 11 bitches. So I feel like the same thing with Manny Pacquiao, man. Like, he has a little more stamina and shit. Not saying I'm like anything special, had a little more stamina. They still were beating my ass every single time, so they had better shots and better everything. So I'm saying, so I feel like he has a little better stamina, has more experience, has the bigger bones, and then also throwing bigger bones around. So I feel like that's the reason why, like, how you gonna beat that? Errol Spence has great experience in his last few fights and shit. I've always been an Errol Spence fan. Saying I feel like he's one of the great. He's gonna be a great, especially with his story and everything. Like car accidents and all that. But I just feel he's going against Manny, dog. That's just a different breed. Who fights, like I said, who fights for rival 4 times? You know what I'm saying? Wants to go 5, get knocked out.
That's old school, man. You keep going back to that. Ain't nobody fighting no 4.
I'm just saying.
Nobody's doing it, though. You can't, listen, you can't ask one guy in this era to do something that the old guy. Nobody's doing that. Nobody now is doing that. No one.
So he's going against a freak of nature, man. Errol's going against a freak of nature. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but he's old. No. He's old. Manny was a freak of nature.
Nah, man. No. This is the reason why no, he's not though, man. But I swear, even a few people and shit, like, and I know you ain't though. You ain't, like, you're intelligent, D. So that's why like coming on here and shit. You cool motherfucker, man. But there's a couple of shows and shit, right, where they keep saying, man, he's old and man should retire. So like, hey, man should retire and shit, man. Yeah, like, and then they coincidentally bring up Floyd and shit. You know what I'm saying? For real, like, let me catch I'm saying, but they're always talking about he busy, that.
Rolling, take a breath. Let me catch the chat, because you go on and on, bro. I don't want to cut you off, but you don't
it's all right. You need to cut me off sometimes.
Going on like the Energizer Bunny, nigga. Boxing Logic United said the punch stats tell the story. Thurman Landing. Well, you know what? Boxing Logic United, you're not using logic here, because the punch stats actually don't always tell the story. Sometimes when guys take a round or 2 off and they're trying to get their energy back, then the opponent can land quite a bit more shots in that round when they take off. So at the end of the fight, a round, maybe you got 3 rounds where he landed 15, 16 more punches. Well, if you do the math on that, that's close to 50 punches, and that's only 3 rounds, right? So the punch stats could actually be very deceiving. Myron Magnus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I think they're always deceiving, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's like a lot of the big fights.
It's something that people that sour because they think the fight was a robbery, say. That's what that is. Callie says Spence will gobble Pac-Man. Yeah, man. Spence gonna win this one. Ralph, you must be on something if you think you would survive an onslaught from Margarito. Man, Margarito would beat the living hell out of Ralph. Still can't believe he survived that car crash. Hey, man, it wasn't his time to go. Pacquiao versus Diaz was the last time. Oh, he fought a southpaw? Yeah, shadow boxing. You all on Floyd already beat. Come on, Floyd, guys. Yeah, look, Floyd is the man, Floyd is the man. He beat Pac. I don't need to. Justin Trouble was good. Remy said, Myron, you drinking margaritas with a straw again, bro. I know Myron bugging. He bugging out right now. Manny moves too much for Errol to get off his body attack. Manny. Well, who you going to pick, Samuel? You go ahead and pick Manny so you can be wrong. Samuel the one who be capping. Now, let me tell y'all something. Samuel be capping, because Samuel do this all the time. He come in the chat giving all of these soliloquies and stuff, and then when the fight goes, well, I didn't pick him. I didn't say he was going to win. So get out of here with all. Who you picking to win, Samuel? Stop.
Yeah.
Stop
That's
Like,
shit.
Manny's faster. He's stronger, more experienced. He won't be able to get off the body shots. I got Errol by UD.
Okay. Well, you D, but what's the score? What's the score though? What's the
No,
score?
no,
How
no.
close?
That's what Samuel Shaw does. He'll bring up how B does this good, B is so good at this, B is so good at this, and then the fight
Right.
happens, and he's like, "Well, I picked A."
Oh,
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
I
Gotcha,
picked
gotcha.
Errol.
Ah,
When
okay,
you talking
I'm
about
mute, my
G,
bad.
when you talk about G Jeffries, I picked Errol Spence to win. You know what I mean? But why you saying all
Fucked
this
up, yo.
tomfoolery about
Trick the shit out of
Pacquiao?
me.
Who you picking, Samuel? Stop. Cut it out, bro. Just cut it out.
Got me and shit, man. I was like,
You
oh, okay.
look, your man look like some angel dust ninja. Hey man, look, I won't,
B?
I won't partake in the festivities. I'll say that.
It's a little bit of ADHD, a little bit of superpowers. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I caught you a superpower, man. They try to put me on written when I was a
said
kid.
that cocoa powder is strong.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's ADHD, man. I'm trying to tell you.
South Korea in the building. What's good? South Korea said tired of hearing about Spence and Crawford. Oh yeah, ain't nobody talking about Spence and Crawford. Tell with that, man. That's a dead issue. That's a dead issue, Spence and Crawford. Dead as a door now, bro. I don't even care about that. Yeah. No, I know. I take everything as a joke, even when it ain't a joke, Glonza. I don't really care. L Dog, what's good, brother? What's good? He said, I want what this guy has. I think we all do. He got a natural high. Like he said, it's hard to hit the shorter guy to the body,
I'll show you. I got the bud, the sativa.
But that's true. That's true.
I gotta go, man.
Especially because Manny Pacquiao is an excellent counter puncher. And and he's a smaller guy, and Spence going in there to hit him to the body like that definitely puts him in danger. Spence is going to have to use his jab a lot in this, like he did with Mikey in this fight with Pacquiao. All of that just off the wall body attack. Like if he go in there trying to attack his body like he did on Campo or Barrera or something, then Pacquiao's going to put something on Spence. Pac-Man needs to stop boxing now. Makes boxing feel old. Yeah, but I mean, bro. Yeah, but look, man, tell George Foreman that when he came back damn near 50 and got a heavyweight championship, Croy. You know what I mean? Tell Bernard Hopkins that when, he kept fighting and won older than Pacquiao winning titles. So I feel you, bro. Some guys can do it, some guys can't, Croy, but we can't really tell a guy when to lay the gloves down. We may think that it's time for him to lay the gloves down, but we really can't do it. We can't tell a guy when to lay the gloves down. They're going to have to determine that themselves. I think, we could say Pacquiao needs to retire, but hell, he just beat Keith Thurman, and he's in a major fight with Spence. So it's easy for us as fans to sit back and say, hey, yeah, he shouldn't collect that extra $30 million. I don't know about that, Croy. Easy for you to say he shouldn't go collect that extra $30 million. That's easy for you to say, Croy. But the man is in the fight for a reason. He just beat a champ. So what you going to do?
No, he's a senator for a reason, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, he's just a little special breed, man. Honestly, I never even thought about this, you guys. Manny be one of my greatest, D. De La Hoya. I ain't say one of my greatest. He gets a lot of hate. He's my greatest right now, especially trying to do a little comeback. I got De La Hoya in my Mount Rushmore and shit. Like you said, everybody got their own little, their own little Mount Rushmore and shit, right? So yeah, Manny beat one of my favorite, So yeah, it took me a grip to like Manny, grip. But yeah, the way what he's doing now and shit still. Basically, when he fought Broner.
If Manny beats Spence, I'm taking Sugar Ray Leonard off my Mount Rushmore, and I'm going to replace him with Manny Pacquiao. I will say that.
If he wins this.
Because right now, here's my Mount Rushmore right now. Sam Langford, Muhammad Ali, Pernell Whitaker, and Sugar Ray Leonard. That's my Mount Rushmore.
It's a good one.
If Manny Pacquiao beats Errol Spence, I'm going to destroy the rock with Sugar Ray's face on it, and then resculpture Manny Pacquiao. Well, I don't think he beats.
That's a good ass list, man.
Bro.
Definitely. You put me on that Langford dude too before. I didn't even know who Sam Langford was and shit. Last time y'all were telling me about him, I was like, oh damn. Like, dude, I mean, I know my boxing shit. Like I said, mine would be Joe Louis, De La Hoya. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? You gotta throw Ali and shit. And
Look,
like I said, Ray Robinson, the one I would replace for fucking Manny, guys.
hey, Sammy, well, ain't nobody lying. We didn't say nothing. As a matter of fact, IBT and I said, "Who are you picking?" See, look at him, IBT. We asked who he picking. Look at his response. Quit lying, G. Lil Draco Jeffries. I picked Mario Barter. Ain't nobody asked that. Who you picking in this fight? Pacquiao or Spence? Stop with your tomfoolery.
Yeah, who you picking, man? Come on, man.
That's the question. Who you picking, Sam? You going on about, I stood on that. You know what? You did stand on that. You did pick Mario Barrios. And what did I tell your silly ass? What did I tell you,
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what?
I said, hold on. When you was picking Mario Barrios, I told you weren't looking at the fight right. Tank is going to stop him. So Tank stopped him. And you picking Pacquiao, you're picking wrong again. If you're picking Pacquiao, because you still ain't came clean to us about who you are picking.
Came clean.
Who you picking, Samuel? Stop with all the crazy talk. Who you picking? Sergio Aguilera in the building.
Hey, hold up, D. Hey, D, you convinced me, D. I'm going Manny, 51-49. Fuck it.
Hey, all right.
I'm doing it, I swear. 51-49 Manny.
Croatian women love Mexican men. I didn't know that.
What the fuck? Well,
I don't
know that.
I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of different type of men who love Croatian women. I'm just saying.
Well, there is a lot of men like myself who don't discriminate. I love all Croatian, Mexican, Indian, Chinese.
Is that Eastern European or Central European?
Aboriginal.
My girl's from Polish, so I mean she's not from Polish, but she had Polish. She looks like a straight up like she's from Poland and shit, and Hungary, all that area. She got them big, strong fucking features. It's beautiful though, you know what I'm saying? The big lips, cheekbones. So I'm saying that, that's what's up, man. Croatian women, shout out, baby, much love. Everybody loves you. Guys.
That's Roland. That's Roland. Myron, you never met Roland? Yeah, Roland's a live one. He's a firecracker.
I like that.
Roland got energy of a 3-year-old. That dude just keep going and keep going and keep going. Iceman 51-49. Let's go. 51 and whose favorite?
I thought 3-year-olds slept a lot.
Salvador Sanchez, Henry Armstrong, Roberto Duran, Carlos Monzon, and Jack Dempsey. Well, Sergeant, you're gonna have to remove one of those names, buddy. You can't be creating no new Mount Rushmore. You only get 4. You know, this motherfucker, he got 5. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no extra heads on Mount Rushmore, dude.
He got some tools. He went down low and made his own money.
Nah, you got to take one of them heads down, Sergeant. All right, here we go. G. Lil Draco, tell everybody how you pick Manny on one platform, Keith on another. Samuel Shaw, you're an idiot because the only thing I'll do is direct everybody to the Prediction League Facebook page, which Champ has total control of, and the pick never changes. So I didn't pick anything. When He Knows His Sports first talked about it over a year ago, when they talked about these two guys fighting, he said that Keith Thurman would win. And I thought, Manny's, you're probably right. When they announced the fight, I picked Manny. In the Prediction League, I picked Manny. When I bet, I picked Manny and won money. So cut it out. Only thing Samuel talk about is something that I responded to. A comment that I responded to. He Knows His Sports. I never picked Thurman. I just said, you're right. You're right about that, my friend. But when they announced the fight, I said, man, as I think of it, Thurman struggled against Josecito Lopez. He injured every time you turn around. Manny gonna beat him. And then I went on to Corey Lee boxing. Everybody, you even asked Corey Lee boxing. Everybody was talking about this fight. I said, all of y'all bet your money on Pacquiao. This was before the fight. So Samuel, just save it. Samuel, stop acting like a little argumentative little girl trying to start up silly arguments with me, Samuel Shaw. Cut it out. Just cut it out right now. Good point you made there, D. Pac-Man winning. But that means these young guys are not as good as we making them out. No, as they're making them out to be, Croy. I'm not putting these guys on no pedestal. That's why when everybody start talking about these guys compared to the greats, I'm like, bro, slow your roll, pump the brakes. These guys are nowhere.
How do you think Spence
near
does
that.
versus Oscar or Tito Trinidad? And then we're over here discussing
Back
old
in
man
the day?
Pacquiao, like a no. I mean, have you not seen people talking about like Spence versus Tito or Spence versus De La Hoya
Right.
or Spence versus Mayweather, all that, right?
They
And we're
get
over
beat
here,
up by all of them.
and we're over here wondering how he's gonna do versus an old Pacquiao. I mean,
Well, all of those guys would have beat him up. Maybe
we're realistic.
Kodo, they would have beat him up.
That's great. That was a great. My bad. That was a good perspective. It's because we're realistic. You know what I'm saying? You know we are. We know how good of a chance man he has. Shit, I didn't just go 51-49 for no reason. I was swayed a little bit. Yes, granted. But I'm just saying though, it was 50-50, man. So I was like, man, shit. You know, like they got their advantages for sure. You know what I mean?
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a damn good Mount Rushmore, Xavier. Xavier said my personal route, Mount Rushmore, Sam Langford, Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb. That's better than mine, Xavier. Mine is Biasfield. I tell you, mine is Biasfield. Sam Langford and Ali, I think they'll be on a lot, but Sugar Ray and Purnell is clearly biased picks for my Mount Rushmore. Yours is better than mine. Ray Robinson.
I don't know though, man.
Harry Greb, no one here's ever even seen him fight.
I'm saying, Purnell is prime to get anyone.
Okay, well, Harry Greb, I'll give you that, IBT, because we've never seen him. But Ray Robinson, he definitely goes over Purnell.
Yeah, he does. I'm messing around anyway.
He goes over Sugar Ray. But my Mount Rushmore is biased because Purnell Whitaker is my favorite fighter. Period.
Right.
Ever. Sam Langford is, I have rated my number one fighter ever. Muhammad Ali is Muhammad Ali.
So can I ask you a question?
Sugar Ray is just pure bias, bro.
Right. I mean, what? Come on, Sugar Ray was a
man. Sugar Ray don't go over a lot of people you could put on Mount Rushmore over Sugar.
But why not though? That's the thing. Honestly, at the end of the day, man, you have to just really go on your style, who you like, man. You have to because.
But he don't deserve it, bro.
Like Purnell, no. Like Purnell could be, man. Purnell in his prime and shit. Seeing how skillful he was, seeing his fights.
I'm not talking about Purnell. I'm talking about Sugar Ray.
No, same thing with Sugar Ray too, man. Come on, man. Like it's not always about it's not always about like what you know, like it's not always about like skill,
bro.
man.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't think Sugar Ray could be one of his top any the best
Mount Rushmore?
Any dude in his division though. Gotta be a division though. You know
no, Mount Rushmore. I don't look. I have
Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray would have killed.
I have Sugar Ray on my Mount Rushmore rolling, purely biased. He don't, man. This guy said deserve to be over Sugar Ray, fam. It's pure bias, fam. It's pure. Even Purnell. Purnell's just my favorite fighter. So I understand. His Mount Rushmore is better than mine.
You gotta go by division, though. You know what I mean?
Mount Rushmore. What's your Mount Rushmore, IBT? Yours probably better than mine too. Because I got Sugar Ray and Purnell.
All right, I got. Let's see. Gervonta Davis.
This dude already.
Deontay Wilder and Errol Spence.
You ruined a good time. Hey, you ruined a good moment, by the way, IBT. If you would just dropped your real shit, you would have been looking like the fucking man right now. You know, okay,
I feel like it's kind of
people were waiting for you for the tiebreaker, son. You fucked it up.
It's Langford, Ali, Robinson, and
great. I love it.
Fourth one's kind of wide open.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's why I don't fall into it. I know, Croy. I told you.
None of those are like my generation. Not even close.
Right. That's another thing. Like who you see and shit. Like what makes us think Pacquiao couldn't go back there and fucking smash anyone in the weight class?
Well, I've seen all of my fighters besides Adam Langford, and I've seen the few little film that I have seen on Langford, but I've seen all of my. I've seen Sugar Ray, I've seen Ali, I've seen.
But they say I think they say styles make fight for a reason. Though I swear the reason why they say that though, man, because if somebody's it's about B minus doing a certain style and shit, you know, and doing this style or something, or the inside style. They're B minus. Somebody with the A minus will beat them doing this style. But if a dude down here is doing this style, the A plus, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna need somebody with a fucking A plus to beat that style, you know. So it's just like I think it goes really down to like the individual, dog. So I think it might be way more harder to predict than what we think and shit because these like it's all about muscles too. What you use growing up and shit. Some motherfuckers use a certain muscle picking up certain things. Bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like all kinds of, you know what I mean? Like all kinds of shit, you know?
So somebody in chat asked what Sam Langford did. I don't want to just make a comment. Joe Gans was one of the greatest lightweights ever. Sam Langford beat him in 15 rounds at the age of 17 years old.
Damn.
Yeah. And
Sam
then
Langford drew against Barbados Joe Walcott for the welterweight championship, and that was considered a robbery by people of that time. He beat young Peter Jackson, Jack Blackburn, who was Joe Lewis's trainer. He beat Joe Jeanette. He fought about 20 times.
They do some raw.
Hold on. Let him spit. Go ahead.
He beat Klondike Haynes, first person to beat Jack Johnson. He beat Dixie Kidd. I'm just going down his resume right now. He's battling Jim Johnson, who drew with Jack Johnson for the heavyweight championship. That was the first heavyweight championship fight between two black men. He beat Philadelphia Jack O'Brien. If you don't know much about him, you should go do some research. He beat Sam McVeigh about 5 times, maybe.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is like he's still got like he's got over 300 fights, and some people say he had over 500. He beat Gunboat Smith.
Bro, hold on for a second, Xavier. Myron, Sam Langford over Sugar Ray. Get the F out of here. D on crack on weed. Myron, you're an idiot. Sam Langford went from. Forget about it, bro.
Have you guys ever heard of Tiger Flowers?
Roland, I'm gonna put you on.
Hey, yo, Xavier, I'm aware about the grab stuff. If you haven't realized, like half of my shtick up here is trolling.
Yeah, but he's just trolling. But no, he was saying somebody in the chat asked that. But Myron is not. Myron is on some real potent, powerful LSD right now. Listen, Myron, Sam Langford went from lightweight to heavyweight and won titles in those divisions. Now, I'm not trying to hear nothing about Sugar Ray, and I had Sugar Ray and Sam Langford on my Mount Rushmore, but Sam Langford stays there. Are you silly? Sam Langford is arguably the GOAT. He's in the discussion of the GOAT. All of them. Everyone. Sugar Ray is not. You don't hear, man, people that put Sugar Ray as the GOAT, the best boxer ever of all time, they're totally biased. Sugar Ray's not in that conversation, but Sam Langford most certainly is. So you must be on crack and weed, Myron, or you don't know a damn thing about Sam Langford. It's either one or the other. If you have Sugar Ray over Sam Langford, you must be on crack and weed, fam. You. Major Key Boxing, my man Glenn in the building. What's good with you?
But that's Mount Rushmore for you, though, for sure. Everybody got their own, straight up, man. I'm telling you. Because I honestly also believe like media exposure and shit, man, and the fact that television, seriously, TVs, like all that, like I feel like all that shit, man, like is more of a pressure role, you know, like on the boxers and shit, because they love their TV, you know, they love being on TV and shit. So I feel like that's definitely a way harder. So the media circulation, that shit way harder these days than it was back in those days. So mentally, it makes people like lose their shit, dog. Like you see it. Like look at T.O.E.Mo and shit. I love my dude, but like sometimes he thinks too much about the what people think about him and shit, man. You know what I mean? You know, so it's like I'm telling you that shit's getting way tougher, dog. So I feel like that static motherfucker. So I feel like like it's kind of like if you can do it these days and shit. I mean, you can't sit there and say that these fighters couldn't go back then and whoop some ass and shit. Cause I know them fighters back then couldn't come up here and fucking just like the media would have just fucking they'd have been in the spotlight.
A lot of the fighters from back in the day would punish these guys. These guys.
The only issue with putting a guy like Greb and now is he probably would lose all of his fights by disqualification because he doesn't have the right gloves and he's poking out your eyes and pulling on your nuts in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, see, I like that sarcasm, man, because they ain't no fight. I don't want nobody poking on my eyes and pulling on my nuts when I'm trying to fight.
But guys like Benny Leonard would have ran through these guys.
Yeah, I'm saying that, but these days you can't even like you said, you can't really grab too much, man. Like they want straight fucking throwing blows and boxing, man. These days, so honestly, think about it.
You guys know how great Gene Tunney is.
Yeah, these days they're a little more competitive, man.
Hey,
Xavier, your mic.
Xavier, you got crazy static in your mic, bro. it's like a lot of static.
Hey, dog, these days are more competitive than it was back in the day.
Hold on right quick, bro. Shadow, what you know about Tiger Flowers, Shadow Boxing? What you know about Tiger Flowers? Hey, Myron Magnus, all I know about, I've seen, what did I just say? I've seen actual fights and footage of Sam Langford. And yes, I've read a lot. But a lot of these older fighters, all any of us know is what we read, you idiot. Because it's not a lot of footage and stuff on the line.
Xavier, your mic is so bad.
Yeah, Xavier.
Is this better?
No, you have static. You're gonna have to leave and come back. Maybe even
you gotta go out and come back in because it's just like pure static, fam. Yeah,
I think he dropped his mic in the sink or something.
No, I don't know. So what? It doesn't matter, bro. So that still would be like featherweight to 170, 180. That's still a super accomplishment. No matter how you try to chop it up, Myron. Doesn't matter how you try to chop it up. It would be going like, what was it? Actually, like super lightweight to freaking light heavyweight, cruiserweight damn near. Get out of here with that, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like you just stop hating on Sam Langford. You don't know anything about Sam Langford. Just suck it up and admit you don't know a damn thing about Sam Langford, Myron Magnus. That's all it is.
Is a static better?
Yeah, it is. I got some bad news for you.
You still
I got some bad news for you, Xavier. I'm getting ready to close the box because we get to wrap this up.
Can I just say before we close off? Can I just say something about fighters with not much film? We've seen fighters from their era. We've seen Gene Tunney. We've seen him beat Jack Dempsey twice. We've seen a lot of these fighters. Well, not a lot of them, but we've seen a lot of the great ones. And when you go through the resumes and you see who beat who, when we've seen Sam Langford in his prime, and then you look and see he was 36 years old, half blind, and knocked out Tiger Flowers, who beat who beat Harry Greb, the only person to ever beat Gene Tunney. You have to understand the layers of the fighters of the fight game from that time. That we don't have all the film, but we have to respect 45 fights in 1 year, the most of any fighter, and to win every single one and fight multiple champions. That's Harry Greb.
Right. Well, see, Xavier, the thing is that people like Myron Magnus that don't know the history and haven't seen, that's what they always say. You ain't seen this guy fight because they just don't. You know, ignorance is bliss, fam. Ignorance is bliss. Well, anyway,
fighters that we have film of, my icon is Barney Ross and Jimmy McLarnin. Should go check out their fights. Those are two great welterweights.
Oh yeah, it's real small. You can't see it, but yeah. McLarnin was a beast. Hey, all right. So, is that your closing thoughts, Xavier? Or did you
my closing thoughts is that Jimmy McLarnin knocked out young Corbett III in 1 round.
Might as well stay on the panel, man. And it's D closing out. All right, never mind. My bad.
Yeah. Give me some closing thoughts, Roland.
Shit, man. First of all, yeah, I appreciate the fucking dialogue. You know how I do, man. And I appreciate the channel and everybody in the chat room. Everybody, you know, I really do. It's always fun, man. It really is always a good time. So yeah, that's really, and obviously, you know, like, you know, I love, you know, stay watching your boxing, man. That's a good sport. Shit, much love, everybody. You know what I mean? I'll let everybody give their finishing thoughts too.
Appreciate you, IBT. While you're showing this old time footage, give me some closing thoughts, brother.
Thanks for having me on, D. I haven't been on in a while. I wasn't planning to stay on. I just want to tell you about your mic thing. And, you know, you guys were talking some fun topics, and I like trolling sometimes. Haven't done it in a while, like you're saying. So here's some footage of rare training footage for Harry Greb.
Okay.
Yes.
You're being serious now. I thought you were trying to make some jokes.
No, this is, I know it looks funny. This is
because
Harry Greb.
You seem like a sarcastic dude. That's one reason why. But yeah,
I am very sarcastic.
Yeah, that's one reason why. But yeah, okay.
But look at that though. That's good stuff, though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm saying, hey, they look powerful. They say, but hey, definitely. He looks great at his craft and great at his style. But I'm telling you, you can always move your arm probably a little bit closer. And if somebody was really raw at doing that with the little, like everyone, I mean, you know what I'm saying, man. It's great. I'm just saying, I love boxing too, man. That's why I'm like, I always watch on. But yeah, he's a beast. So yeah, good shit. I appreciate it.
Much better.
I appreciate it.
They just fought. They didn't have to worry about losing.
Yeah, most definitely. Right now it's ugly. Right now it's ugly for sure. You know, it's also about money. You know, unfortunately. You know, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Bro, you see how much bigger dude was than Brett?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It was dope though. It's pissy ass footage too. I mean, it's
He
raw.
was like dude was like an easy 35 pounds heavier than him, bro. That he was just sparring with. And it was no damn headgear and 16-ounce gloves. They was just regular sparring.
Yeah.
And he retired before he was even 30. He retired at like 26 years old or something with 300 fights. Like
Hey, he had to though, man, because now it's like a lot more technology. More technology, man. So they now we know that the brain's a motherfucker, man. So that's why they don't want you to hit the back of the head, man. That's a real thing. That's how I would never hit somebody in the back of the head if I was a fighter.
Yeah, he's doing
no
real
grinding shit. Hey, actually, all that shit's serious, man. Straight up. So no, that's why he retired at 26 because it was too many. He already had all the fights in 26. He was done. He knew his brain was slowing up. He knew all that shit.
I think he had
couldn't do no B-hop shit at 50.
He died before he turned 33.
You see, exactly. He couldn't do no B-hop fucking fight to 50 shit, you know? No, man.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
That shit's crazy as fuck. And I appreciate your knowledge because that got me. I didn't realize that. That's sick. How I know he died at that age and shit, man. I'm over here squaring shit.
Oh, he playing handball. That's good, bro. I did. The handball good for hand-eye coordination. They help your timing, your punch placement.
Yeah, I bet. That's dope.
Anyone who doesn't, who just thinks that these guys were bums, needs to go to the boxing library.
Oh, they're fucking retarded.
They need to go to the boxing
they just don't know anything.
See how many, like he broke it down, how many Hall of Famers they fought. Like Sam Langford, he fought 50 different Hall of Fame fights, like against Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Okay, look.
You gotta get that 100, man.
Okay, I gotta speak on this one, and this is going to be my closing thoughts here. Just go in that boxing logic again. So he said they were fighting bums. White guys mostly did. They wouldn't fight many black fighters did. Okay, hold on, stop, guys, stop. Myron Magnus. We initially started this talking about Sam Langford. So, with all of your boxing knowledge, you do realize there was a time where he couldn't fight white fighters. So if your complaint is about they were only fighting bums, they wouldn't fight black fighters, who do you think Sam Langford was fighting, you idiot? The black fighters that you clamoring on about right now. You don't know anything about the past, man.
Additionally, to your point, D, right? Sam Langford was fighting those guys, and it's not like Harry Greb never fought any of those guys. Although it was limited, he did fight them.
Tiger Flowers, he was the first black middleweight champion.
Fought Tiger Flowers multiple times.
The first fight.
Boxing logic, he doesn't know. And look at him. Get the F out of here. See, you don't know. You just don't know, fam. And it's clear that you don't know. But that's my closing thought. Boxing logic, you stick to the eras of 1970 and forward, because before that you didn't know anything, and it's really clear that you don't. But here's my real closing thought. Canelo Alvarez, he ain't trying to bother with no damn GGG. He'd rather take Jermall tune-up Charlo. And Robert Garcia, stop drinking all of that damn tequila. Spence ain't no basic fighter. He gonna beat Manny Pacquiao up. 10th round stoppage, my guy Errol Spence. And y'all know how I always in this thing. I'm getting ready to go smoke. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.